Shawn Clement here with a little series tailored for the gals in golf, okay? I've had a few requests, and many of you have been asking me for a lot more distance. How am I going to get more distance in my game? And many of you have been searching for distance in the wrong area, and you think that distance is a little elusive, and should I accept what I got, etc., and move on. So if we really get down to it, obviously there are some golfers that have what we call it in the athletic world, fast twitch muscles or slower twitch muscles. Obviously the fast twitch muscles are the explosive muscles that you're going to need for sprinting, for explosive maneuvers, and the long drive competitors in golf all have these particular muscle fibers. And if your body is more in the area of a slow twitch muscle, then you have to accept a little bit what God gave you, but by the same token, you want to explore it to the maximum without damaging anything in your anatomy, right? So let's take a quick look and make sure you guys understand how the human body is made. And our resident skeleton, Scully, aptly named by the X-Files program, is a female skeleton. And the first thing I want to key you in on is how the spine goes from the back of the head, goes through the rib cage, through the pelvis, and ends up right here in your sacrum, right? The tailbone. Now, each vertebrae going up from this tailbone has a built-in stopper called a facet. And I'm going to give you a quick close-up of one right now. Have a look. So now that you see how that works, it's obvious that the rib cage and the pelvis are designed to move together on top of your hips. So when we're taking our posture and we throw the hips back, we protrude the posterior rearward into the next county. That's what it's going to feel like. Now we have a position that allows us to get to the ground to go get the golf ball. Now, first power position is forward enough and in balance so that we have what we call ground leverage. I know many of you tend to try to keep the club head flat to the ground, and this causes you to have a more upright posture. Now, every shaft in your bag is a very dynamic item, right? It's made to flex, to load and release with the swing, right? So as the club stops coming down and starts going up again, there's going to be a lot of downward droop in the shaft, and it's going to sit the club face down. So when you take your setup position, you want to see that the toe of the club is slightly off the ground. So it allows you to stay more forward, like a martial artist in his position to break through a board. So the videos that I've entitled for that on YouTube are Golf Pro Lesson, Don't Keep Your Head Down, Part 1 and Part 2. And you'll see how we talk about posture being forward, not head being down, which obviously would be a tremendous detriment to the mobility in your golf swing, right? So if you place obstructions in the way of your arm club unit and it prevents you from whipping the golf club, then you're going to have some serious slowdowns as far as your power is concerned. So these are the couple of things that I see on a regular basis that our staff sees here at the Richmond Hill Golf Learning Center. So the next thing I want to key you in on is how the shoulders sit on top of the rib cage. You can check it out right now. You stand up nice and tall, start moving your shoulders forward to back. You're going to see that your range of motion in the shoulders is about 20 to 30 degrees. Now, you take your grip. We handcuff the hands to the club, right? Now the amount of mobility in the shoulders is reduced to very little. 5 degrees, I would say, at the most, okay? And a lot of that is strenuous. So that means that the rib cage, shoulders, rib cage, and pelvis sit on top of the hips, and this is what's turning on top of your hips. Now you'll also see that as you turn the hips, the hip is the femur is the knee. Knees don't bend side to side, only front to back. And you'll also see that the feet are designed to roll inward. They're very bad at rolling outwardly, all right? So when you turn the hips, you will feel the feet roll, you will feel the femurs rotate, the knees rotate, so to accommodate a nice full rotation of the body. So why do we turn the body?